I think we're live. Looks like I already got two in. See if I can get you mounted up here. Trying to see the comments. Good afternoon, Shawdale. Thanks for joining me. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to treat this as if, I know a lot of you guys that are probably going to be in here today have already built 3D printers, but I'm going to try to treat it as if someone's coming in new and had never done it before, which I'm kind of new to it myself, so that's how I'm going to do this. But what I've done is went ahead and laid out all my extrusions, labeled the ones that I think would get mixed matched real easily, and I'm just following the manual. I don't really have but about one camera angle to work with here. But I guess what I need to do is get started with the C and A and H extrusions. Going ahead and getting we've got the M5 by 16 button head capture screws. Time delay is a little off for sure. This is only my second time live streaming, so I'm kind of new to that too as well. We'll go ahead and slide the extrusions that I don't need out of the way. We'll get to them later. Basically what I've purchased is this is the Voron Trident frame kit. I bought this from KB3D. This is the space gray frame. This is going to be a 250 build. Hey, all right. First layer. Glad you're in here. You catching probably basically my second only live stream. See if I can't make a mess out of everything today. I bought these Wera hex drivers that were recommended by DeWitt 3D Canada. I really like these. Probably one of the nicest set of hex drivers I've had. Or Allen keys, whatever you want to call them. Miley Cyrus flowers. Sorry. only have one camera angle for you, so I have to work on that too as well. I'm just kind of seeing how this goes right here. It's been hard for me to not really dive in and go ahead and start jumping in and building this thing right away. But the reason why I'm building this 3D printer right here in particular is because it's an enclosed 3D printer, and plus I'm going to be putting in a, let's see, I got it back here. I'm going to be putting this was recommended by someone in another live stream I was watching, the Fadus Rapido. This is the PT1000. I'm going to put this on here so I can print higher temp materials. And I'm wanting to do that because I'm looking to design my own drone frames and make them 3D printable. Because I designed this one right here, and it's been a real joy to build and design. And you know, a lot of people say 3D printing is inferior to carbon fiber, and that is true. But at the same time, this is just a little 2.5-inch drone. It's not really designed for super fast freestyle flying and stuff. So it holds up good for what it is and what I'm going to be using it for. And if I break it, I can easily 3D print nothing. Can't really tell how many people is actually in the stream right now. Kind of trying to look over my right shoulder at the computer, and I'm live streaming from my cell phone. It's got a little better camera than what my webcam has. And I stole this little idea right here from DeWitt 3D Canada. Found me a little piece of granite on the job site and took the pipe saw and cleaned it up. Somebody just throwed it out. They were running all over it with the bulldozer and busting it up. So I got me a little piece of it and cut it up, and it's going to work perfect for my little build surface. And I had a Lazy Susan just laying around here, so set this little piece of granite on top of it. Sorry that there's no music. Still got to work on that too, getting all that stuff set up. Like I said, this is my second only live stream here. First one was a flop. Having a couple guys in here chatting with me already is a big bonus. So I appreciate you guys coming into the stream. wonder if I'm behind on the comments or what's going on here. Can everybody hear me okay? And one more. So basically these are all my B extrusion and A extrusions. This is a C and this is an H. This is going to be the one that stands up in the back. This is the back piece. And I'm fixing to be to a point where I'm going to start putting this thing together. Sounds a bit low, Shawdell. Maybe I need to speak a little louder. I'm using my my microphone from my my phone, so yeah, I'll try to speak up a little louder. I'm kind of looking towards the computer away from the phone, and I'm not able to. I guess I'm not speaking directly at the microphone in the my actual phone. So yeah, sorry about that. So the goal for today is I'm hoping to get at least the motors mounted. I don't know if I get that far. That might be being a bit ambitious. All right. So I need the back piece, a B extrusion, and an A. I'm just going to set these pieces right here off to the side. I hope my little square will work pretty good for getting this thing squared up. That's about all I have. I believe that's going to go like so. Purchased this frame right here from KB3D, and the hardware I got from West 3D Printing. This is all stainless steel hardware. I got the complete hardware kit to be able to assemble supposedly a fully working 3D printer. And this is the LDO Motors Trident 250. Let's see. Probably want to do this one over here. Now I think we're ready to slide in the H extrusion. I'm just going to set this down and get it somewhat snug. I think I'm going to have to adjust it here in a little bit. Let's see. So it calls for in the manual 175 millimeters, I think, from here to there. See if we can't take a look at it. Roughly, it's pretty close. Alright, so now we have that. Now we'll put the rest of the B extrusions and A extrusions for the bottom on. This thing's going together really nice. Everything's flushed up. Seems like it's really square already. Huh. Let's see. I'd say this is a top quality frame here. Flush FPV, what's up? Yes, sir. We're building a Trident 250. This is a Voron Trident 250. I spent the better part of a month 3D printing parts on this old Ender 3 right here. Trying to get me a little quicker and better printer going in here so I can maybe get some better quality parts. Glad you could join us. If I get this thing square the way I'm putting it together, first try I'll be lucky. That already don't seem right. So you was looking into buying one? I'd recommend it. It's already fun for me, and I just now got started. I sourced all my parts. I didn't. I was looking at buying a kit, but I really just didn't have the money at the time to just drop into a kit. So I just kind of slowly, acquired the parts over time, and now I believe I've got everything. I think I've got everything I need to get a functional printer going. But I think this is going to be a lot of fun. The 3D printing hobby reminds me a lot of the drone hobby as well. That's the reason why I'm trying to, I guess you could say, intermingle the two. I think both technologies kind of go hand in hand together. And one more. All right. Seems pretty flat. Might be off a little bit. Make some little tweaks. I'm glad I saw this Lazy Susan idea. What 3D Canada uses. This is the trick. I can tell I'm gonna like this. So all the corners and everything seems to be flush. Check the back side. Oop, that's nice. Ding it up. Not quite 175 there. It's not exactly 175. I got 175 over here and roughly looks like 177 millimeters. So I guess I need to split the difference and make it 176. Needs to go this way about a millimeter. Oh, that was a little too much. It's 176. 176. Oh, wait a minute. Hmm. $75. $176 still. Just a slide. $175.5. This doesn't seem like a very good way to measure this. 175. Chasing a 1/2 millimeter. See what's happening every time I tighten the screw, it just keeps sliding back that way. Yep. That's frustrating. $176. Am I gonna get it today? No, probably not. Oop. Oh Lord. So this little thing right here is giving me an absolute fit. Every time I tighten it, it literally is sliding that way about 1.5 millimeters every time. And I can even look up inside here and see the screw. I got it centered now. When I tighten it, it just rolls itself on that way, which is kind of weird. It is not being my friend. Unbelievable. I'll go get a clamp here in a minute. Make sure it stays where it's going to. 175. $175. I think what it was doing, it was twisting on me, making a little pain in the neck. All right, look at the manual, see where I'm at now. So I've got all this done. Now I'm on to adding some tape to the E extrusion. Laid it off to the side, so I need to add some masking tape right here and use it for replacing 2 more A extrusions and attaching them up top. Everything seems like it's nice and square and flat. Don't notice any wobbling. Hi, Nick. How you doing? Thanks for joining the stream. All right, so this is a 330 millimeter extrusion, and I'm going to use it just to stand up right here and slide this one down through the top. I wonder if this would do better if I laid it on the side. I think it will. There we go. Flushed on up there. Now stick our 330 in there. Slide that all the way down. Try to use this to keep it nice and square, the frame. Nice and flush. Now let's do the other side. Sorry there's no music, guys. Maybe I'll work on that on the next one. Try to work that out. Maybe even trying to work on getting some better camera angles and being able to switch back and forth. If you guys are anything at all like me, you like watching these little streams, and maybe you can pick up on little tidbits of information, little tricks and things like that you might not have known about, which I definitely ain't a professional, but I might have a little bit of a different perspective. Nice and flush. Seemed like it come out of there awful loose. All right. So now where am I at? Got the A extrusions. Okay, now we need to do the top A extrusions. Whoa. Nice and flush. Nice and flush. See how it's squared. No wobbling going on there. Looks good. This frame is these extrusions are really nice. I mean, all the corners and stuff right here are just flushing up really nice. I would probably highly recommend the LDO Motors frame for sure. I'm not that experienced when it comes to 3D printer building, but it looks like to me that they definitely take the time to make sure the cuts and everything's good. And so far I haven't had any trouble with the threading. Which is a good thing. I wouldn't want to have to chase threads with a tap and die set. And one more. Any of you guys ever cut linear rails before? Alright. So there we have it. Got us a frame. Very nice. So where am I at now in the build? Let's see. We got us a frame built. Now we just want to check and make sure everything is 90 degrees, which for the most part, I think I was doing that as I went along. A nice little right angle here. And let's see what I'll do with the just make a longer right angle out of this and check it out. Which I kind of don't trust this too much because there could be a little bit of play in that. Everything seems nice and square so far. This frame's a breeze to put together. I hope I didn't shoot myself in the foot saying that. That's not square. That's not square. Okay. So if all the corners, it's this right here. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. That's a nice right angle right there. And I'm not getting any play on it. None. So now I'm at the point where I need to do the A and B drive and idlers. So I love how Voron just gives us a nice little manual to follow along with. It tells you why, what's where, gives you an overview. I've done read this thing freaking 100 times. Hard to know it by heart. I'm still gonna have to use it for reference because I can't retain all this stuff. My memory ain't that great. But I guess I need to get my soldering iron out and go ahead and start putting some heat set inserts into these parts and getting ready to place idlers together, bearings, stacks, and all these nice fun things. Set this frame off to the side. So I 3D printed all these. This is Polymaker ABS Polylite. I printed all of them on in open air on this Ender 3. I did have some light lifting on some of the corners of the pieces. I don't know if y'all will be able to see that. When I first started, of course, these were some of the first pieces I printed. As I went on, I kind of figured out that as long as I used a very liberal amount of Elmer's glue stick, and I'm using a build plate with borosilicate glass, as long as I used a liberal amount of this stuff, just put it on generously, I didn't have any problems with any of the corners lifting. I could have printed them with a brim, but that would have been a lot of extra material to remove, and I didn't want to do that. So they seem to be printing nice and flat on the build surface. So once I got down how much glue I needed to use for them, they came out really well. And I'm sure they'll work just fine. So, heat set inserts. See, it shows this part right here getting one heat set insert there. And these pieces getting heat set inserts in here. And that's all I'm seeing so far. Huh. So these don't get heat set inserts. So just one there. All right. Handle that. I don't have one of them fancy heat set insert tools, but I've used this little TS100 and this little iron right here before to put heat set inserts in. It seems to do really well. I usually just preheat this thing and it heats up really quick, but I'll preheat it up to the temp that I was extruding at, which is going to be roughly 250C, 260C, and I'll get it plenty hot enough to melt it on in there really good without burning it in really fast. And this thing heats up super quick. Might need to consider buying one of them heat set insert tools. Lighting isn't all that great. Somebody needs to lay off the energy drinks. That'll work. So now we're ready to start doing the idler. This is the A idler. So let's see. That matches that part. And I need the top for it, which is that part. And it looks like I need a M5 by 40 socket head cap screw, bearings, and shims. Spacers. Most of the parts that I'm using in this build came from KB3D and West 3D Printing. Yeah, I might have ordered a couple things off of Amazon that was in the bill of materials for the Voron Trident build. We got some bearings. Not sure what this is. Oh, those are the, we don't need those right yet. So we got M5 by 40 socket head cap screws, M5 shims, spacers, whatever you want to call them, and F695 bearings. So we're going to build a bearing stack. Basically that goes in like so. Set this down. We need 2 bearings. We need a shim or spacer, whatever you want to call it. Same difference. So you put a spacer. These bearings have a flange. This one you want the flange going down. This one the flange goes on the top. Then another spacer. And then this goes together like this. Should have spinning bearings in there. Very nice. Next step. Alright, so the next step I'll need M3 washer and M3 by 40 socket head cap screw. I have to use that M5 by 40 to push out the other M5 by 40 and hope none of that comes apart. M3 by 40. Spacers, washer. And with the West 3D Printing hardware kit that you buy, they did give me a extra of about everything. So I think I only need like 2 of these little M3 washers and the whole build. They give you 3, you know, in case you lose one. I'm not ready for that yet. Let's see, I missed a step. This needs an M5 nut. Is that going to stay in there, or is it just going to fall out? No, it's just going to fall out. All right, hold off on that. So, it'd be really fun. So I think what I'm going to try to do is just pull all this to one side. Let's see. Yeah. And this is going to go something like so. So pull all these to one side and maybe try to slip this out without losing my washers. Good luck with that. And get this put into place. Slides right in. Just feed it through. Did I get that lucky? Why is that crooked? There we go. And all the washers are still intact. So I got pretty lucky. Now this gets a M3 by 40. And a washer. Hey, Golden Jaguar, glad you made it, man. Yeah, I noticed Build It Basement. He posted his stream last night for 1 o'clock, and I was like, dang. I wish I'd have known it. You know, I like watching his videos and his builds and stuff. So I guess that just goes together just like this right here. And there we go. Here's one idler assembly. That's the A drive. Now I'm going to move on to the B idler. So it shows the part oriented in this fashion. M5 by 40 and a bearing stack. Build It Basement's probably a little bit more entertaining than I am. Like I said, I'm a little new to this live streaming stuff and well, YouTube in general, really. All right, so you get a M5 shim, a bearing, flange down, bearing, flange up, and another M5 shim. And the top, or the bottom, whichever way you look at it. Just like that. Need another M5x40. And see, that worked out pretty good the last time I done that. Let's see. So I'm just going to take and slide that all the way over like so. Go ahead and push that out and hope and pray that I don't lose my shims in the process. Got a feeling I did that time. Putting that on upside down though. Now this one feeds through the bottom. Yeah, I see my shims off in there. So may have done lost this battle on this one. First one went smooth. Come on, baby. Slide on over there. Let's see if I got something to maybe help slide that on through there. Oh, it's all the way lost now. Give up. Lost that battle. Try it again. Shim. See, these look like they have a smooth side and a like a stamped side, like these are stamped or something. One's flat. See a lot of familiar faces in here from DeWitt 3D Canada and the First Layer and Golden Jaguar. See you guys all over everybody else's streams and stuff. That's cool. Glad to have you with me today. All right. Try to be real smooth about this. Got it that time. All right, so now I'm gonna put these and I put it in upside down. That's easy right there. Let's do this. Very nice. So I didn't put the hex nuts in because they were kind of falling out. So let's try to go ahead and get that done. really gonna I'm just gonna kind of tighten these down just where it's holding it in. Back it off a little bit. Yeah, that's good. And now we need a M3x40. Another washer. Put the hex nut in this one. I didn't do it on the A idler. So I wonder if I should, because this is going to tension up like this, I wonder if I should just slide that all the way to the very end extreme as far as it'll go. That way whenever I go to tension my belts, I have all the adjustment I can have pulling. Or would I want to leave a little bit just to loosen it up if I needed to? I'm gonna leave it like that for right now. Do both of them the same. See what happens later on. Let's see, this one's gonna go like that. So there we go. That is our idler assemblies. That's ready to go. Now where are we at? It says check your work. Compare the assembled parts to the graphics shown here. Pay attention to the features highlighted. Yeah, bearings at the top. Bearings at the bottom. Yeah, looks good to me. Now we need M5x30 button head capture screws. And we want this part right here that we put the heat set insert in earlier. So 2 M5x30. It shows these M5x30 button head screws going in right there. more bearing stacks. So now we need the bottom half of this. You recognize it by the cutout right there. So let's see. It's telling me to flip this on its top like this. And we're going to stack some bearings, some more bearings and washers. So some M5 washers, bearings. Let's stack them out. Check my battery on my phone real quick. Guys, I'm not sure how long my battery's gonna last on my phone that I'm live streaming from. I tried to fully charge it before the live stream, but for some reason I can't even look and check the status on it. So if it drops out, I'll try to pick back up where I left off later on. Washer, flange down, flange up. Another shim. Flange down, flange up. 2 shims. I don't know, baby. I might need my charger in here. I don't have a way to check my battery status while it's live streaming for some reason. So I should bring it in here and plug it up. That way I don't drop out the feed. Flange down, flange up. Jenny E is the missus, by the way, guys. And flange up. Let's see, or washer anyway. And now, guess this just goes like that. I believe, is this thread in the plastic? I guess so. Huh. Says for ease of assembly, we recommend to assemble the A and B drivers upside down. The M5 bolts are threaded directly into plastic. Okay. All right. Thank you, babe.
You're welcome.
My wife's spying on me. Let's see. Don't over tighten. Make sure it's lined up good. Oh, that gap's supposed to be back there. That. Okay. So. Drop my wrench. Butterfingers. just snug that up. Make sure the bearing can still spin freely. Feels like it is. Or it's just really that slick. And we're going to snug this one up. Not trying to over tighten. Bearings are still spinning freely. Looks good. So now we're ready for A-drive motors. This is a GT2 22 pulley, thread locker, and a NEMA 17 stepper motor. So I followed the bill of materials, and they left a link for these motors. I got these on Amazon. These are stepper online motors. They look like really good motors. Don't know a lot about them. We're going to try them out, see how well they do. I got stepper online motors for the A and B drives, for the X gantry, and I'm actually going to be running LDO motors for the build plate, the Z assembly. That's a lot of cord. Wow. All right. So right now I'm needing thread locker and pulleys. And I've already 3D printed this little helper tool here, I guess, to help me get the pulley where it needs to be. Yeah, let me go ahead and plug this phone in. That way, I think it's probably still got plenty of charge, but just to be sure, that way I don't lose my feed. Go ahead and get it plugged in. I'm gonna shake you guys up for a little bit. All right, so now I got this, These motors do have a flat ground shaft on it already. Guess that's a good thing. Don't have to do that. Need something to put. Let's see here. A lot bigger than I thought it was. just a little dab of blue thread locker on that. Sure to spread on around. Slide this on here like so. Let's see, this one goes, yep, the pulleys go up. The energy drink is definitely working on me. So I can tell that this is like really soft metal right here. So I definitely don't want to strip that out too easily. And let's see, let's get our little adjustment tool here. This is for the A drive. Wow. Could I have gotten that lucky? I mean, stuck it right on there. So I'm just going to kind of lightly snug it up. I'm not going to tighten it all the way down for right now. But I do think there may be some adjustment later on. Go ahead and put some blue thread locker on this one. Hey, you laughing at me shaking, baby. No more caffeine for today. Wired up. Yeah, you could definitely probably booger this pulley up real easily. That's some soft metal, it seems like. I'm just going to double check, make sure that didn't slide on me. But yeah, I got a lucky first try on that one. All right. So now we're on to the next step, which is attaching the motor. I need M3 by 30 socket head capture screws. Let's see, do I already have those over here? No, those are 40. We need the M3 by 30. And we need 3 of them. Okay. And observing the orientation. Pay attention to the orientation of the cable exit. The wires from the motors will be pointing away from each other once fully assembled. So it appears that these wires are going to be sticking on the side like so. And that should just attach right on like that. Let's see if this fits right here. Oh. Do I need a different size? That's what I'm after. I'm just going to snug these up right here too, because I believe that I'm going to have to loosen all this back up here in a little while whenever I go to attach it to the frame. Something's not lining up. Just gonna loosely snug them up for right now. And there we go. Let's just check my work. So I can see that definitely needs some adjusting. Nope, something ain't right. That's not fitting all the way down on there. So, what's going on here? There we go. Tight tolerances. I've got some really tight tolerances on my 3D prints. Whenever I slid this onto, just kind of test fitting it with the extrusion, when I slide that onto the little channel in the extrusion, there's no play. I mean, it's pretty tight. I think I got that little 3D printer right there dialed in. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, having them tighter tolerances. I would like to have a little bit of wiggle room. So now checking my work. It looks like it might need to bump that up just a little bit. Depends on how you look at it. Yeah, I could stand to bring it up some. So yeah, definitely need to bump that up. So we'll loosen this one and loosen this one. Just a little bit. And bump it up just a hair. Oh. That looks pretty good. So I think basically that this little tool right here just kind of gets you in the ballpark, which is cool. Looks like it moved up. Yep, moved up on me. Here I go again. Yeah, that looks good. Nothing shifted or moved on me, so I'm gonna go ahead and snug these on down. I might have to wind up going back and adjusting later. That looks pretty good. Looks to me just like the manual, almost. Close enough. Nick, you talking about your plastic right here? Mine was on the borderline of being over extruded, but it kind of snapped into place, so I'm happy with that. I think it's going to work just fine, hopefully. So now we're on to the B drive, and we're going to need some M5x30 button head capture screws. did I do with it? Right here. Yeah, that plastic. Yeah. Like I said, I think mine, I might could dial it back a little bit. I've got a part in here for the guidler that goes to the stealth burner. I snapped that together, and there ain't no getting it back apart. So, all right. So this is the piece that I'm looking for. What? Oh, okay. It was confusing me there for a minute. I didn't see that hole. Need to get my eyes checked. And that goes right there like so. That's the piece I'm looking for. And then we're going on to stacking more bearings, and I need more bearings. Okay, so this side right here gets 2 bearing stacks. This one gets 1. We're basically going to do the same thing that we did on this one. So I need M5 washers or spacers or whatever you want to call them. Flange down, flange up. Oh, that's perfect. That's why they give you extras. Spacer. And another spacer. Flange down, flange up, and 1 more spacer. I'm taking these because they look like they were stamped. I just like the way these seem smoother on that side, so I'm kind of facing them away from the bearing. I'm just turning them towards the plastic. I just feel better knowing that. I don't know if it's going to make any difference, but let's see. Now I need a bearing with flange down, flange up, and another spacer. And there's that. And this goes together. I did have a little bit of over extrusion. I took this little needle file and just kind of cleaned those up a little bit, just so it made up really nice. Didn't take nothing but just a little light. You know, just hitting it with that little file. And let's see. I think that's it there. Let's see. Don't over tighten. This is threading into plastic. Pulley's still spinning. a little bit more. There we go. Very nice. All right, so now we're on to the next, the B motor. I swear I'm shaking like crazy from drinking that energy drink, but I'm over here wanting another swallow of it. And we need another pulley. I want that one. This one, the orientation for the B motor, it goes down like so. And we want to go ahead and get some thread locker after these. Yeah, it probably wouldn't hurt to have a little bit of water. Wet the whistle. Loctite's messy. Thank you, my love.
You're welcome.
Hey, is the sound coming through really good in there?
It isn't. Sometimes it seems like it goes down a little.
It's probably because I'm turning my face away from the camera. All right, so now got the B motor. It shows so weird. That definitely needs to go down. I got an amazing wife, y'all. I'm gonna brag about her on live stream to everybody, to the whole world. Got a really amazing wife. So that gets me in the ballpark. Probably wind up having to adjust this again too. So just gonna snug it up a little bit. So now that's on. Now we're going to the M3 by 30s and getting it bolted up to this. The motor wires should be pointing out the side. Like so. See that one just slid right down on there. I don't know why that one was a little different. All M3 by 30s. So I love how Voron has really just kind of documented everything and laid it all out for you. When I've done this maker development group, I see it. Are we back up?
That's what I'm looking for.
Still lagging on the
There you go.
computer.
I think it's up.
So I'm back up.
Yeah, it's up.
So we back up, right? Good deal. All right. Good deal. Glad we got her back up. So I don't know where it froze up exactly at, but basically all I'm doing is putting the B drive motor on now and getting it somewhat attached, loosely attached at the moment. Alright, what's going on here? See, we're doing it again. Something's weird. Something is a little off. Don't want to force anything because I'm dealing with aluminum and plastic, of course. And there we go. Now we're checking our work. Looks like I need to bump it up just a little bit. All the pulleys are spinning. Yeah, it needs to come up just a smidge. All right, so there's our B drive motor. It's all put together, ready to go. So now, where are we on to now? First Voron printer was released to the public in March 10th, 2016. All right, so we're fixing to put all this stuff on the frame that we just built. Very nice. I'm gonna have to add some T-nuts to the frame. Hopefully them things slide in there real easy. I seen Dwight 3D Canada. He was having a bit of a time with them. I hope I don't have those problems. All right. So I guess I need to clean my workspace up. We'll set these parts right here off to the side for right now. Wonder what the extra bearings are for. Missed something? A little bit of blue thread locker all over everything. Dang, how's that stuff get everywhere? That's crazy. Alright, so we're after the frame. Something I forgot to do is measure the distance from here to there to make sure it was the same everywhere. I'm also going to have to figure out how I can get you guys up here where you can see what I'm doing. Let's see. My measuring stick ain't quite long enough for measuring this distance right here, and I really want to kind of just double check all this before I go any further. I'll have to go find me a tape measure really quick. I'll be right back. Yeah, Nick, for some reason I had a tape measure back here the other day and I can't find it. I was wanting to measure the diagonals, and just make sure everything. This right here that definitely isn't going to measure the diagonals. And I had a tape measure back here the other day, but I just don't know what in the world I've done with it. It's one of them things that it's probably right here directly under my nose somewhere. And I'm overlooking it.
Will this work? It's a paper measuring. I don't know where the tape measure is.
Hey, it's in millimeters.
Okay, well.
Hey, that'll work.
Hey.
I had to wipe you to the rescue again. So, this will work right here. It's a paper tape measure. But it's actually in millimeters. That works pretty good though. It's just something to measure with. So I'm gonna hold it right here at one corner, measure up, and it looks as if, let's see, right there. See, we're at 49.2, roughly. $49.2. So yeah, that's good. Or 492 millimeters. So yeah, that's dead on. I don't think I could have. No way I'm that dead blame lucky on that. Huh. And I just want to, for shits and giggles, go ahead and just double check the back side here again for the Z-rail. This little paper tape works pretty good. That is 175. And that is 175. So that'll work. A paper tape. I like it. They don't call us the Poor Boy Channel for nothing. So now I need to figure out how to get you guys up here where you can see what I've got going on at the top. So this is going to be really interesting. So it might get shaky for a little bit, fellas. Basically, let's see, I'm looking to do this side first. Let's see, we'll spin her on around here. We're looking to do, let's see, it looks like it's froze up. No, it ain't. Looking to do this side right here first. Let me find a good angle for you. hold like it. Kind of improvising a little bit. So yeah, that looks like a good enough view. And what we're going to do is we're going to put these M5 T-nuts in this upper slot right here. And this is going to be, if the printer's facing you, and this is the back right here, this is going to be your right hand side. We'll go ahead and get those T-nuts put in place. Yeah, M5 T-nuts. So West 3D Printing, they send these roll-in T-nuts with their little kit. And I guess I need to note the orientation of these T-nuts. So the holes go to the back, and we got one M3 T-nut that goes on the bottom right here. So let's see if these go in. And I put it in backwards to start with. That don't work. Okay, there we go. Figured out the trick. Figured out the trick. Okay. I just hope I don't booger none of these threads up right here trying to slide them things in like that. I bet the tools that came with it are cheap crap. The tools that came with what? This wasn't this didn't come with tools. Carolina Air Shots. This was all self-source stuff that was recommended by the Voron team. Um, yeah. Yep, all this stuff was self-sourced. Nah, it's just these rolling T-nuts. They kind of lock in. They got a little ball bearing on the back. It's kind of spring loaded. It just takes a little finagling to get it in there. Yeah, it's a little rainy out today, so it's a good day to build a 3D printer. There's definitely no flying going on in my area. It seems like every time I got time off and I'm able to possibly go out and fly drone, the wind's blowing like crazy or it's raining. Just something that just kind of shoots it in the foot. So, yeah. I got to figure out a different way to have a look at this. I need to get you guys up off the top of this thing. Yeah, the wind was really bad today. Oh, shoot. We were kicking the camera. Let's see. I need to spin this upside down. So where you been flying recently? Carolina Air Shots? And I think this right here is where I need that M3. I better be careful. Yeah, that is the back. It definitely gets a M3. Yeah. Yeah, that wind was getting it. Let's see. Get an M3 roll-in T-nut. Yeah, the wind's been pretty bad. It was blowing pretty good yesterday too. So I definitely need to work on. I could tell just from this stream right here that I probably I'm gonna have to work on cameras and camera gear and probably a mic. Hey, thank you, Golden Jaguar. Yeah, we're coming along. It's taking me 2 hours to get a frame and some idlers and motors and all that stuff built, but it's moving along pretty good. Like I said, I think I was being a little ambitious in what I was hoping to get done today, but it's coming along. There's definitely a trick to these roll-in T-nuts here, so you just got to find the sweet spot for them, and they just roll right in and they'll snap right in there. You hit that spot just right. So there's that side. I think I have everything in place. Yeah, it seems like it's pretty square too. I'm pretty impressed with the LDO frame. I mean, everything just kind of went together real easy. I mean, it seems like it's really true and square. Yeah, Nick. I actually have so like I said, because of the camera quality, that I have on my phone, I kind of wanted to do the stream with it. But I mean, I've got a little, desktop streaming camera desktop camera. And wasn't too sure about how good it was going to be to use for this. I probably definitely need to set it up and maybe another camera and just stream from my desktop next time. All right, so where am I at in the build? I think we're all right. So it gets M5 T-nuts on the other side as well. And the orientation of these T-nuts, they go towards the extrusions. Both of them facing that direction, just like so. And it'll be the same thing for the front. These right here face the hole. It faces towards the extrusion. Carolina Air Shots, you right there in my home. That's where I grew up, buddy. I still have a lot of family that lives out here in Eatonville, and I can't think of anywhere else I'd rather be. I love it out here. I'm going cross-eyed trying to look at this. My eyes are terrible. And then we're going to get these snapped in, and then we'll go to the top. Finicky little things. There it goes. And I just need to do the top right here. First winter I can remember not getting snow even though it melts before noon. Yeah, I mean, the winter's still not over yet out here, so I mean, we'll probably get a little dusting before it's over with, but we've never been known for any really big snows out this way. Carolina Air Shots, you so close to us. We might should get together sometime and go fly somewhere. Where's some fly spots that you like to go fly your drones? 10 inches of snow the other day in Portland, Oregon. Wow. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I seen 10 inches of snow, Nick. That's been a while. I think I was a little bitty kid last time I seen that much snow. We don't get a whole lot of that out here. So once you figure out the trick to these M5T nuts, it ain't that bad. Lake Norman, I've been working over that area, right up there off Sherrills Ford Road, above Marshall Steam Station. Okay, so we're at a point to where we can start attaching some idlers. Very nice. So let me adjust you guys up a little bit here so you can kind of see where I'm at. Definitely a second camera would be nice. Is that a little better shot of everything? Okay, yeah, that looks good. See if I can get some of this light off of it. There. That ain't beaming you in the face. Alright, so where I'm at is, as far as in the build process, it's we've got the T-nuts in, and now it's telling me to spin this around to the front like so. And we want to go ahead and attach the idler here. I guess this is going to be on the left front. It shows you sliding it all the way forward. I'm going to need some M5 by 10 button head capture screws. M5 by 10. We got our nice little idlers that we just put together. Got the fancy Voron logo on the front of them. And they're just going to go right up here like so. Yep. And I'll have to probably break that loose there. Huh. I need to make sure I got the right one too. I done got these mixed up. That ain't good. Ruh-roh. Yeah, this frame's it's pretty impressive. I've watched several other guys do some live stream builds of this frame right here in particular. It seemed like it went together pretty nice. So I definitely, I went with it. I'd seen, I was looking at another one, and it seemed to me like the individual who had purchased it sent it back. He was pretty upset about it. So I was like, well, just judging from what I've seen from watching some live streams of some other printer guys that build 3D printers and stuff, they seem to like it pretty well. Highly recommend it. So I went with it. Trying to make sure I got the correct idler for the right side, because I think it'd be really easy to get these crossed up, and I don't want to do that. Don't want to have to go back and do this again. I guess it don't, either way it goes, even if I put this one, yeah, okay, pretty much the same. It's what it looks like. But I noticed I had the hex nut right here on this one that I grabbed, and it was going to be on top, and I was like, I don't like the way that looks. So I guess it don't matter what orientation they're in, because you're still going to wind up with this pulley on the bottom, but you do want that on top, I'm sure. I can definitely tell that this is a time-consuming process. You're not just gonna fly in here and slap this thing together and have you a fully functioning 3D printer in no time. It's gonna take a little time. Print a bunch of quad. Yeah. Carolina Air Shots. What I was thinking about doing is, so what I'm building this printer for right here is to have a fully enclosed 3D printer, so I could 3D print higher temp materials, which would be stronger plastics. And then I'm wanting to get into CAD and do some frame designs and 3D print the frames. I'll offer the STL files to anybody who's willing to, purchase the STL file, next to nothing, just sell my designs like that. And I also thought about doing making it where if someone who doesn't have a 3D printer would like to, test out one of my quads, they could commission me to possibly 3D print one for them. Maybe like a limited slot or something like that. That way they could try them out and see how they like them. It's kind of what I was shooting for. Everybody says that you can't 3D print drones, and it's the carbon fiber is superior, and they're correct in that, in saying that carbon fiber is a superior material whenever it comes to drones, especially for 5-inch freestyle drones and stuff like that. But that being said, with the way the technology has come around with the filter tuning and all these things like that, and even 3D printers too. I mean, this stuff's come a long ways since FPV came around as well. So I think it's only going to get better, and just to me, it seems like it's a nice little place to be able to get to position myself to possibly offer this to people. And I just like creating things, building things with my hands, and so it gives me a nice little hobby to be able to create a drone and stuff. And out of all the drones that I've ever built, my favorite one that I have in here is actually the one that I designed in CAD and 3D printed myself. And I thoroughly enjoy that thing. It's a great little drone. It flies good. Yeah, it needs some tuning, to dial it in a little bit, but it's not so bad that the plastic isn't durable enough, because I've already took it out and dropped it out of the sky. Yeah, everything changes. That's the whole thing about FPV. That gets a little frustrating, and I've noticed it seems like it's the same way with 3D printer stuff. You get something and you're like, oh wow, I got a new board and it's really nice, and then you finally get it in, and then next thing you know, somebody else comes along and make a video. Hey, this is the best new addition for your 3D printer. The latest and the greatest. I try not to get too wrapped up in that stuff. Like I said, I'm just trying to position myself in a spot to where I can create my own designs and 3D print them and fly them. You know, plus they say Betaflight is fixing to be in pretty good competition with DJI whenever it comes to, you know, return to home technology, you know, position hold and stuff like that that you use for DJI drones. So, you know, DJI drones pretty much just fly themselves, and I mean, you don't really need a carbon fiber, you know, quad to be able to have a drone that flies itself. How you doing, Manuel? Manuel, is that how you say it? Manuel? 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 Thanks for joining the stream. So I think what I'm going to get, where I'm going to get to today with this is just go ahead and get these idlers attached, get the A and B motors attached, and I'm just going to probably call it at that point. That's going to be a fair amount of progress, I think. So I still got a little bit of time. A lot of FPV pilots are going 4.4 and return to home all their quads. Yeah, so first time I seen that return to home being used was Dr. Quads. And I was pretty impressed. I mean, it wasn't landing directly, you know, where he took off from, but it wasn't too far either. And just like this this Voron 3D printer right here, you know, that's an open source program, you know, Betaflight, the developers that maintain and keep that up, you know, that's not some big corporation or company that's, you know, building and designing this proprietary software that's exclusive to Betaflight. You know, it's for everybody. And that's what I like about it. It leaves room for people to grow and add on to it and make it that much better. All right, so let's see where I'm at. I think I'm ready to go ahead and attach the A and B drives. So as I'm working through here, I'm just kind of going through the manual and just making sure I've done everything and the steps and the orders that need to be done. So yeah, now we're on to the A and B drives. So we got those in, and that's going to be the B drive motor. It's going to go ahead and have me put that into place. I need 4 M5 by 10 button head capture screws. And this is, this is the B drive motor. So Lazy Susan definitely is the way to go whenever you're building one of these things. I definitely like this a lot. Makes it, you can tell how this would get really frustrating trying to do it a different way. Okay, so now I probably need to loosen a few things up. I have so many different tools to do this with. And we'll tighten all this back down. You won't have any parts left over when you're finished. I'm gonna have a bunch of parts left over whenever I'm finished. I'm sure of it. But it don't have a Chevrolet emblem on it, so maybe not. But there should be a lot of extra hardware left over. They give you plenty of extra hardware in these with the West 3D printing hardware kit that I'd ordered, which is kind of nice because, you know, I have been known to drop things and lose them. So that don't look like it's slid all the way back. I thought it was, but I don't think it is. Break it back loose. So I got 7 people in the stream. That's awesome. It's amazing. It was the very first one I ever did. It was a big old goose egg. I appreciate you all coming in and chatting with me while I'm piecing this thing together. It's definitely a big undertaking. And hopefully the next stream that I do, quite possibly, I think I need to leave some of this stuff loose still. I gotta get an extrusion in there. All right, let's move to the other side. I think we're ready for that. Yep. you want to learn from my mistakes. I don't blame you. That's what I usually do. Hopefully I don't make any mistakes, not anything really major. I've tried to make sure I've followed what they suggested in the build from the Voron team, you know. But I am human, so mistakes do happen. Or they're going to happen, they're inevitable. I can't see. I think the build part of this is going to probably be the smoothest for me, I hope. I think the part that's going to probably give me the biggest challenge is going to be when it gets time to start doing all the building of the firmware and everything, because that's it's a lot of complex stuff. But they, again, as long as you follow the Voron team has pretty much laid everything out for you in detail. So I guess as long as you're willing to read and learn, your mileage will vary. If you're not willing to, you know, that could be a problem. All right, so here we go. We have the A and B drive motors assembled, A and B idlers assembled. Let's see. Yeah. I think we're good. Now, what are we on to next? Oh, see? I already made my first mistake. Not really a major one, but I need a M3 by 12. Need an M3 by 12 socket head, cap screw. And an M5 by 16 button head. So what I did wrong here was I put an M5 by 10 button head cap screw. This needs to be an M5 by 16 with this little end stop piece that goes on here. I missed that step, so we'll get that put on. M3 by 12. head. And let's take this loose. So this right here is why we put the M3 roll-in nut on this side right here. It's for this. This is the end stop for the Y. And there we go. Alright, what the devil's going on here? I'm not reaching it. Could y'all excuse me for 1 minute? I have to go excuse myself. Watching you and Steve build members stream at the same time. I hear you, Golden Jaguar. Yeah, Steve Build definitely has probably a little bit better stream than I got going on, but he's been doing it a little bit longer. But I appreciate your support, man. I do. I'm glad to have you here with me. It's nice to know I got some pretty good backup. If I got any questions, or if anybody in the community has any questions. So it seems like to me that screw is not long enough. Or, oh, I see what I've done. Sitting there screwing into nothing. It would help to have a T-nut right there. Ouch. Okay, let's try this again. I think I'll get it this time. I'm gonna let this little piece right here whoop me. Not gonna let this little piece right here whoop me. Ain't no way. There we go. Now, you got the, I think this was the 12 M5 by 12 button head capture screw. It goes right here. I'm going to stand this back up. Make sure everything's slid all the way forward like it needs to be. And snug it down. Yep. So now I have my end stop put into play. And I think we're ready to move on to the next step. Let's see, where we at? We got a rear brace going in. This is going to be the de-extrusion. The de-extrusion is this little short piece right here. There's absolutely no threading in it at all. And we just need to go ahead and get it prepped with some M5 T-nuts is all it calls for. So it shows the M5 T-nuts. Again, the holes are facing the extrusion ends. These are going to go in a whole lot easier. So you get two up at the top, just like so. And then you'll come to the bottom. It's going to get a total of 6. And again with the hole. 3 on this side will face toward the end of the extrusion right there. One kind of goes out here to the end, or the middle, I'm sorry. And 2 right here on the end like so. And then same thing over here. So what's Steve building today, Golden Jaguar? What's Steve building today? I enjoy watching his streams. I'm gonna follow his Ender 3 to switch wire conversion for that one back there. M5x10 button head capture screws, and these T-nuts right here, they'll face down right here at the back side. I'm just gonna go ahead and let's give this thing a rotate. Slide it around just like this. So you thought you was going to. Those death racers are pretty neat from what I've seen of them. They look like they are anyway. Let's see. Use this back side to try to line these up roughly. Somewhat close. Not really a good way to line them up, is it? Alright, so there we go. Now we're in there. Shawdell, I appreciate you, buddy, being on here, and Golden Jaguar, well, all of you. Yeah, Golden Jaguar 3D definitely knows what he's doing. Air shots, Carolina air shots. I'm glad to have him as a member of the channel. Maybe he'll catch me before I make a major mistake. Oh, shoot. mercy. Let's see. 5x10 button head capture screws. I'm building it inside out. What am I doing wrong? See, you got me confused now. You just noticed a major mistake in my build. I'm building it inside out. Huh. No shit. I don't doubt it. How is that? See, you got me on that one, buddy, because I was sitting there looking, there ain't no way. Ain't no dead blame way. I was like, what the heck is he saying I ain't? Got him. First mistake was listening to the Peanut Gallery. Yeah. I have to keep that in mind, Nick. I told myself I wasn't going to do that, too. Not too much. Not unless one of the guys that I've seen and watched their videos kind of steps in and looks like it's going to be a really nice fish tank. Absolutely. Really nice fish tank. God knows. Knock the shit out of my knee. I don't know if it matters to have that dead center right back here, but it's just OCD. You bet you want to go with the Jaguar. Add it to the other, what, 10 you got? Too much project. Hey, believe me, I got way too many irons in the fire. I got a 59 Les Paul replica I got to finish. Haven't got around to doing that yet. It's almost there. Too many irons in the fire. Really, about all I got time for most of the time is work. Guess I can go ahead and tighten all this stuff up here. I'm going to get bit by the bug too. Nah, I think this one right here, it may wind up being, well, like I said, which I already had plans to convert that one into a ender wire, but I don't know. It'd probably be the only two. That's all I need. I do enjoy building stuff, and all this stuff that I do and that I am doing, it kind of all goes back to thankful for the people of YouTube that do the same thing that I'm doing, is posting videos and teaching us how to do these things, because without them I wouldn't be able to do it, more than likely. It wouldn't be as easy. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, still back here. So now I got these two 3D printed pieces right here. These are for the rear extrusion. And what this is supposed to have back here in the back, when you put these pieces on here, if you notice, there's like a little bit of an offset right there. So whenever I go to attach these, it's going to offset that. It's going to force that extrusion to be back just a little bit right there, and that's to keep the belts from rubbing against your, I guess, your rear panels whenever you put them on. Well, that one's not sliding too easy. All right. Yeah. And M5 T-nuts. Oh, that's great. Damn. That's loose. That'll need some adjusting. 5x10s, button head capture screws. I'm probably gonna have to loosely put these in place because I got a feeling this thing right here, this extrusion right here, is done moved off center for me, so I'm gonna have to put it back. Hey, I appreciate that, Golden Jaguar. I sat down and really went through all this stuff and tried to learn as much of it as I could before I dove off into it. I didn't want to come in and not really have any idea of what I'm doing at all. So between watching, you know, Steve Builds and DeWitt 3D Canada, watching you, and some other YouTubers and stuff, and reading the manuals over and over and over again, I got a pretty good idea what I'm going to have to do. So this one's going to be a little bit different. I couldn't find the tap, the sensor, because I wanted to do the Voron tap. So what I decided to do was go with the unclicky tap and put that on here for my tool head. And also to save money, because again, I am the poor boy channel, I decided to, I had an old laptop that was sitting around in here, and instead of buying a Raspberry Pi for this, I went on and just converted that old laptop into 2 Raspberry Pis. So I'll be using an old laptop to run the firmware for this. Did you do the unclicky tap, Golden Jaguar? Did you do the unclicky tap, Golden Jaguar? I know my microphone sucks. I'm trying to talk loud enough where you guys can hear me. Fingers ain't wanting to cooperate with me. Now let's I'm gonna have to go back and double check this. He did the regular tab with the optical sensor. Yeah, Nick, I couldn't find the optical sensors out there anywhere. And then after I 3D printed all the parts to do the unclicky, well, I noticed Matter Hackers actually sold a kit. And I've done bought the kit for the let's see, the hardware kit from KB3D. So I was just like, I'll just continue on with the unclicky. yeah, we're way off here. Wow. No, we're not. No. Yeah, we are. Way off. Still at So you did a tutorial on how to set it up in the Clipper firmware. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely need to check that out when I get to that point. Definitely gonna need to check that out. All right, so okay, got 40, I think 41 there, and let's see. $41. Take, am I thinking 370? Yeah, that's 375, roughly 374. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll take it. So there we are. Now we got the rear extrusion on. I'm just gonna measure it again just to double check. Measure twice, cut once, or cut twice, measure once. However you want to do it. Mm-hmm. 375. Yeah. And Yeah, that's definitely off. I have to do something about that. Can't be having that. Yeah, something's off here. Loosen her up and try it again. So I had like 375 millimeters over here and 373, so it's like a little millimeter off. And get a little closer than that. Try to anyway. Here I've done snugged everything down. Don't really want to flow too well. There we go. I seen it move. Let's check it out again. Oh dang. $374. $374. So I'll take that. That's good. Good enough for me. Whew. Yep. Everything's good. All right, so unless I get a special request to keep going, I'm gonna probably call this a pretty good stopping point for this stream. We're on to linear rails next for the x-axis or the y-axis. But I'm gonna leave that up to you guys. If y'all want to keep going, I can keep going. But I ain't trying to rush through this. No rush. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for sure. That's it's a blessing to have you all here with me and watching my second only live stream on YouTube. And I'm hoping that the next go round I can probably give you a little better video quality and have it few different angles other than just kind of stuck up on a tripod on my phone. Nick, I got these. Let me see. I think I got the linear rails from West 3D Printing. Yeah, I got these MGN9 from West 3D Printing. I haven't even taken them out of the package yet, so I'm gonna have to go through and clean them up and degrease them and all that stuff. But yeah, I kind of ordered an odd amount. I bet they thought that was weird, but yeah, I ordered like 6 of them because one of them I'm actually gonna have to cut down for the 50 millimeters for the Voron tap. That's what I was asking some of you all earlier in the stream. Has anybody ever cut any rails before? But I'm gonna give it a shot. Like I said, I got an MGN12 that's just sitting down here on this printer that isn't even being used. So that's gonna be my X rail. I'm gonna cut it down to it's 350 millimeters, and I know it needs to be 3. So definitely gonna get some experience in cutting them. Yeah, Shawty. I'll try not to put anything inside out again. I appreciate that. But I appreciate all you guys coming in and chilling with me today. Yeah, and I hope you'll join me on the next one. And like I said, hopefully I'll have it set up a little better for everybody and get a little better angles and views and whatnot. Maybe we'll even have us a little bit of music. There won't be so much dead air. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you on the next time.